Hello students, this is Grijesh Marmal, lecturer in English in Sri Gandhi Vidyalaya Inter College, Vaishnava Raebareli. Dear students, today we are going to learn narration. This is an important topic which is not only important for the views of your board examination, it is also important for different competitive exams. So you can simply imagine how important it is for you. First of all, we try to understand what is narration and why we study it. Dear students, can you tell me what is narration? Actually, the term narration is made of narrate, which means to tell something forward, the act of telling a story or conversation. Dear students, as you know that the conversation is always between two or more persons in which there is a speaker and others are listeners. You may often be required to convey this conversation, and there are two ways to convey this conversation. First is the way in which you can reproduce the actual word, the exact words, the original words of the speakers. And second is one in which you give the substance of what the speaker said without quoting his exact words. Let us understand it with the help of examples. Here, there is a sentence. Ashok said, I am working hard for the examination. There is a second sentence. Ashok said that he was working hard for the examination. Dear students, if we consider these two sentences, we might notice that both of them convey the same message. But there is a difference if we look closely. In the first sentence, I am conveying the activities of Ashok, okay, without changing his words. In the first sentence, I am reporting the activities of Ashok in his exact words, in his original words. When the exact words used by the speaker are conveyed, it is called direct narration or direct speech. Clear? In the second sentence, I am using my own words to convey the activities of the speaker. I mean the activities of Ashok to the audience. When the meaning or the substance of a speech of the speaker is conveyed in the reporter's word, it is called indirect speech or indirect narration. I think you have got clear concept about the term direct narration and indirect narration. Dear student, I would like to make you more clear about these terms. Now, come again to direct narration or direct speech. As you have understood that when the exact words used by the speaker are conveyed, it is called direct narration or direct speech. The entire speech of the speaker is put within inverted comma. For example, suppose there is a sentence. The teacher said to Mahesh, you are my student. Observe this sentence carefully. Actually, there are two parts in this sentence. First part is the part outside the inverted comma. Outside the inverted comma. It consists of subject and verb that reports the part within inverted comma. It is called reporting speech. It is called reporting speech. And the second part is the part within the inverted comma. It is called reported speech. Clear? Now come again to reporting speech. Actually, there may be three sub-part in reporting speech here. The first part is speaker or subject of reporting verb. Clear? Second part is known as reporting verb. And the third part of reporting speech is object of reporting verb. Clear? Now come to indirect narration or indirect speech. Just I have told you that when the meaning or the substance of a speech of the speaker is conveyed in the reporter's word, it is called indirect speech or indirect narration. There has to be change, especially in the pronoun and tense of the verb under some certain rules. For example, there is a sentence in indirect speech. This is the indirect speech of the above sentence. The teacher told Mahesh that he was his student. Here we can see clearly that both sentences convey the same message. But if we look closely, there is a difference. There is a grammatical change in the construction of second sentence, which is written in indirect speech. Let us see what changes have happened. Here, said to is changed into told. No comma and inverted comma are used. There is a connecting word that at the place of inverted commas, and pronoun here you and my are changed respectively as he and his, and verb are is replaced with the verb was. Clear? Now we shall learn how to change direct speech into indirect speech. Rules for changing direct into indirect speech. Dear students, there are some major rules to change these speeches from direct to indirect. While changing the direct speech into the indirect, we need to consider the tense of the verb, pronouns, words that describe time, place, distance, and also we have to consider types of sentences, etc. Let us start with rules to change the tenses of the verb. Rules for the change of the tenses. First rule is, if the reporting verb is in present tense or future tense, the tense of the verb in the reported speech is not changed at all. We use only that as a connective word to connect reporting speech with the reported speech. For example, Radha says, Sudha is going to England. First of all, you have to pay attention on reporting verb. Just according to rule, if reporting verb is in present tense or in future tense, the tense of the verb in reported speech is not changed at all. Here, the reporting verb is in simple present. You can see clearly. That's why the verb of the reported speech will remain same. Like Radha says that Sudha is going to England. You can see here that the tense of the verb is unchanged. Clear? Only we use that as a connecting word. Let us see next sentence. The teacher will say, all the children have become very naughty. Here, reporting verb is in simple future. I mean in future indefinite. So, the verb of the reported speech will remain same. I mean the tense of the verb is not changed at all. So, what will be the indirect speech of this sentence? You can see here, the teacher will say that all the children have become very naughty. Here, you can see that the tense of the verb is unchanged. Clear? Now, come to the next rule. Rule number 2. If the reporting verb is in past tense, the tenses of the verb in the reported speech must be changed to past tense also. To change the tenses of the verb in the reported speech, we have to follow special rules as if the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in present tense, it changes to corresponding past form. Corresponding past form. For example, Ram said, Hari writes a letter. Here, the reporting verb is in past tense. Clear? First condition is fulfilled. If the reporting verb is in past tense and the verb of the reported speech is in present tense, it will change in corresponding past form. Here, the verb of the reported speech is in present indefinite. It means it will be changed into past indefinite. Clear? Then what will be the indirect speech of this sentence? Please tell me. Yes, Ram said that Hari wrote a letter. Clear? Now come to the next sentence. Anil said, Seema is writing a letter. Here, reporting verb is in past tense and reported speech, that sentence as a reported speech is in present continuous tense. It means it will be changed into past continuous tense. Corresponding past form na to past continuous tense. What will be the indirect speech of the sentence? Yes, Anil said that Seema was writing a letter. Clear? Let us see other type of sentences. Geeta said, Sandhya has completed her work. Here, reporting verb is in past tense and the sentence of reported speech is written in present perfect tense. It means it will be changed into past perfect tense. So, what will be the indirect speech of the sentence? Geeta said that Sandhya had completed her work. Clear? Now, come to the next type of sentence. Rajni said, Sonam has been sleeping for 2 hours. Here, reporting verb is in past tense and reported speech is written in present perfect continuous tense. It means it will be changed into past perfect continuous tense. So what will be the indirect speech of the sentence? Yeah, Rajni said that Sonam had been sleeping for 2 hours. Clear? Now come to the next rule. If the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past indefinite tense, in such a case it will change into past perfect tense. For example, here, suppose that there is a sentence, Ram shed, Garima cooked food. Here, reporting verb is in past tense. Clear? Please pay attention on the tense of the reported speech. Here, the reported speech is written into past indefinite tense because there is a subject and the second form of the verb. So it will be changed into past perfect tense. So what will be the indirect speech of the sentence? Yeah, Ram said that Garima had cooked food. Clear? Now come to the next rule. If the reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past continuous tense, so it changes to past perfect continuous tense. Let us see and understand it with the help of example. Gopal said, Kiran was writing a letter. Here, you can clearly see that the reporting verb is in past tense and the sentence of reported speech is in past continuous tense. So, it will be changed into past perfect continuous tense. So, what will be the indirect speech of the sentence? Can you tell me, dear students? Yes, Gopal said that Kiran had been writing a letter. Very good, very good. Clear? Now come to the next rule. If the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past perfect tense or past perfect continuous tense, it remains unchanged. For example, Ashok said, Rita had won the match. Here, reporting verb is in past tense. Clear? And please pay attention on the tense of the verb of reported speech. Here, the reported speech is written in past perfect tense. Just according to rule, if reporting verb is in past tense and the tense of the verb in the reported speech is in past perfect tense or past perfect continuous tense, it remains unchanged. So, what will be the indirect speech of the sentence? Ashok said that Rita had won the match. Let us see one more example. Neelam said Mariam had been singing a song for 2 hours. Here the reported speech is written in past perfect continuous tense. So it remains unchanged. Clear? Now come to the next rule. If the reporting verb is in past tense and there is a modal auxiliary as will, shall, can or may, it changes. Will changes into would, shall changes into should, can changes into could and may into might respectively. For example, he said, Ram will go there. Here, there is a modal auxiliary. So, it will change into would. Clear? So the sentence in indirect speech will be, he said that Ram would go there. Clear? Let us see one more example. Anu said, Geeta can sing a song. Can changes into could, na? So what will be the indirect speech of the sentence? The indirect speech of this sentence will be, Anu said that Geeta could sing a song. Clear? Now come to the next one. If reported speech contains would, could, should, must, might, or ought to, then there is no change in the tense. For example, she said, Gopal must work hard. Here you can see that there is a must as a helping verb, as a modal auxiliary verb, so it will remain same. What will be the indirect speech of this sentence? She said that Gopal must work hard. Clear? Now come to the next sentence. Geeta said English teacher used to take class regularly. Here what will be the indirect speech of this sentence? Geeta said that English teacher used to take class regularly. Clear? Come to the next one. If the reporting verb is followed by an object, it is usually changed. Says to is changed into tells, say to is changed into tell, and said to is changed into told. For example, here, Anil says to me, Ramesh has gone to Agra. You can see here that there is an object followed by reporting verb. So, the reporting verb will be changed into tells. What will be the indirect speech of this sentence? Yes, Anil tells me that Ramesh has gone to Agra. Clear? Come to the next sentence. Geeta said to Gopal, Kapil has written a letter. Here, in this sentence, there is an object after reporting verb. So, it will be changed into told. So, what will be the indirect speech of this sentence? Geeta told Gopal that Kapil had written a letter. Clear? Dear students, these were the rules which are applied in changing the tenses. But there are some exceptional cases in changing the tenses. What are they? Let us see some exceptional cases in changing the tenses. What are they? If reported speech has universal truth or habitual fact, then the simple present tense in the reported speech is not changed at all. For example, our teacher said, the earth moves around the sun. Here, there is a universal truth in reported speech, so it will remain unchanged. Then, what will be the indirect speech of this sentence? Our teacher said that the earth moves around the sun. Clear? Because it is in universal truth. Come to the next sentence. Rajiv said to me, he plays with right hand. He plays with right hand. It means it is his habit. So here there is habitual fact in the sentence of reported speech. So it will remain unchanged. Raju told me that he plays with the right hand. Let us see one more example. He said to his brother, dogs bark at stranger. Here, it is the habit of dogs to bark whenever they see a stranger. So it means there will be no any changing in the tense of the verb of reported speech here. So what will be the indirect speech of the sentence? He told his brother that dogs bark at the stranger. Clear? Come to the next exception. If reported speech has proverb, then the simple present tense in the reported speech is not changed at all. For example, honesty is the best policy. He said, honesty is the best policy. You can see here that there is a proverb as a reported speech. So it will remain same. He said that honesty is the best policy. Clear? Come to the next exception. If reported speech has historical fact, then there is no change in the tense of the verb of reported speech. For example, our teacher said Gandhiji died in January 1948. It is a historical fact. You can search it in the book of history. So the sentence will be, our teacher said that Gandhiji died in January 1948. Clear? Come to the next exception. If reported speech has two actions to be happening at a time, in such a case, there is no change in the tense of the verb of reported speech. For example, he said, my wife was making lunch when I was studying. So, what will be the indirect speech of this sentence? He said that his wife was making lunch when he was studying. Clear? Come to the next exception. If reported speech has some imagined condition, then there is no change in the tense of the verb of reported speech. For example, she said, if I were rich, I would help him. What will be the indirect speech of this sentence? Can you tell me? Yes, she said that if she were rich, she would help him. Clear? Dear students, I think it is enough for today. We have learned today the certain rules for the change of tenses and exceptional cases in changing the tenses. Now we shall learn rules for the change of pronouns, changing in words, expressing nearness of time and place, and rules for changing different kind of sentence in the next lecture. I am leaving you with the homework, and the homework is change the following sentences into indirect speech. Please note down it and change these sentences into indirect speech. So, thank you. Have a nice day.